Welcome back to the Realest Reviews. Today's review is focused on Queen of the South, Season 5, Episode 8, entitled Todo Toco, or in the English title, Everything I Touch. The official synopsis of this episode is: after Teresa puts her life on the line for Pote and Kellyanne, the war with Boaz intensifies. This episode was good. This episode is perhaps the final turning point for the last two episodes of the series, as we are only two episodes away before this show is over, and there is still a lot that needs to be cleared or just finished up completely. Here is my review on this episode. What I first enjoyed about this episode was we got to see David Finch once again. It had been a while, almost like 2.5 years since we saw the man himself, David Finch. It was good to see David Finch again, and the offer that he gives Teresa, she has to now kill Kostya. She'll become the biggest and baddest, most powerful queen in the world, or suffer the consequences, as Kostya is an enemy of the state, we find out. And another thing that I liked about this episode was that we finally get to see Kostya. We finally see what he looked like. We finally hear who he is, and he sounds like someone you don't want to mess with. Like, it took almost the entire season for us to finally see Kostya, but better late than never. It was surprising. I'm actually glad they decided to let Kostya finally have some type of on-screen time and everything. We said goodbye to one of the newer characters in the show, Oksana, and to be honest, I'm surprised that they would kill her off like that. And I'm like, that's it? Like, really? Just like that? Like, I thought Oksana would have probably made it to the end somehow, but nope. They really just decided just to like take her off, thanks to Kostya and everything. And in my opinion, I felt like Oksana was underused. Like, yeah, she was in a couple of episodes, but she really wasn't doing it that much for me. Like, yeah, she's some like ruthless like drug dealer and everything, but I don't think Oksana was used the best that she could have been possibly used, and it's unfortunate to say the least. Like, rest in peace, Oksana. It is what it is. Pote, we see in this episode that Pote is losing it as he's trying to figure out where Kellyanne is. And we see him go a little bit psycho in this episode as well too. Like in that scene where the way he decides to like end that guy's life with that hammer and everything, like that guy was talking way too much garbage, but he got what was coming to him. I'm glad that Kellyanne is safe and that she was able to like save herself. And I'm extremely glad that it did not happen, because if you was watching this episode, then you could see with Boaz's cousin when he was with Kellyanne, when he took her to those two drug dealers that looked like psychos. I thought that the absolute worst was about to happen to Kellyanne. I'm not going to say what due to you two, but you know what I'm talking about. I thought that Boaz's cousin was going to do, you know what, to Kellyanne, but that was not the case. Had that been the case, oh, that would have been way worse than before. Boaz at first, he tries to show as to like why he's not that much of a psycho, but Boaz is still a psychopath. He is still crazy. He wants everything, and he had me fooled, because yeah, he was like, yeah, I don't kill kids and wives and everything. But at the same time, I think he was lying. Like, I think if it really got bad to the point, he would do some grimy stuff like that. But yeah, James and Teresa, They're trying to figure things out as we see in this episode, but I'll have to say I am disappointed in Tedessa. Like, in the very beginning of the season, she talked about going legitimately, like going real, stop trying to sell drugs and everything. But with the later episodes, she's been making decisions that's not Queen at all. Like, she wants to get out of the business now. Like what's up with that? Like, I thought that Tedessa would like figure out some type of plan to make things better, but as we see, that is really not the case. That is not the case at all. And with the last two episodes taking place, I really have a bad feeling that something is going to happen to Tedessa, because if you read the final episode synopsis, then you see a certain character's name being omitted. I don't know if that's a sign that something happened to the character next episode, but I really have a bad feeling Tedessa is either going to get killed or something else is going to happen where Tedessa does get out of the game for good. And I've been hearing people saying she might fake her death. That might happen too. Or she might go to jail possibly as well, because allegedly there's going to be a huge time jump in the final episode. That the final episode is supposedly going to have a huge time jump, but I don't know how true that is. My predictions for the last few episodes is that there's not going to be a happy ending for anybody. Tedessa is either going to make it out alive or she's going to get killed off and everything as well. So I cannot wait. 2 more episodes left before the series is over. I'm sad for it to go. I wish this had 13 episodes, because with how this is going, things are moving a little bit too fast and everything. Like, it sucks, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. And until next time, goodbye.